Hello everyone, welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. Last episode, we went around and did a lot of side missions, and unfortunately, I think we're going to continue most of it. So we got to find some Dryden signs here. There we go. There's two. And might as well, obviously, we need the power, so let's clear out some of these, some more rifts. I know that, what's that? I think I checked earlier before I started this that I need 20 for, is it, is it 20 or, no, maybe it's that I already, you know what, no, I think I already have enough power to do the next main mission, which depending on how long things go, may or may not need to actually do too much more uh, mission grinding. But again, there's some that will come up fairly shortly that I'm going to need nearly like about 50 or 60 power in total to do later main missions. So it will be something. Let's get that going around Sarah and Blackwall. There we go. And done there. And another 2 power. Here's Dryden sign number 3. And Dryden sign number 4. And how about rift number 2? Gotta get a little bit closer so I can actually start doing my magic. Yeah, and because I saved the western approach here for quite a bit later than probably what's necessary, then this is going to feel. I think for the most part, this will feel fairly easy. If I am going to be facing more of those fire demons, I may need to switch my weapon to an ice one. But there are some of the wraiths that are ice.
I am very pleased you joined us.
Well,
Blackwall.
we'll see.
The honor is mine, Lady Seeker.
So there's number 2 done. And grab this operation. We're going to need that for later.
We'll have a solution.
Alright, so grab one of these phoenixes here. Oh, here comes the second one. Works for me. We need a phoenix feather, I believe, for another side mission. Nope. But we got a fade touched item, which is good. There, okay, it's Phoenix tail feather. And let's actually do next the capture here. Yep, bye-bye horse. Oh my god, another phoenix showed up out of nowhere. In a bit of trouble here. There we are. I do notice that there's an archer. There he is. Boom. Break down the doors and let's charge on in. You guys just gonna run? Uh, oh, okay. Yeah, you guys just run for it, I guess. Cassandra, please guard. Please. I swear. I'm begging you here. Please guard. Alright. Got another shield. I think there's another shield guy over there. Maybe? Yep. Yeah, there he is. Oh well, he's getting a barrier, which means there's a spellcaster possibly somewhere. Yep, he's up on the top. I'll let my warriors. Okay. Almost got this place cleared out. And we're seeing a target, the main guy right here. Once he's taken care of, his keep is ours. See, I can never tell if those like those like shield things that Blackwall puts up, if they actually do block my own attacks. Because if they do, then Blackwall has been putting those up at very, very bad times. Oh, there we go. Just reached level 11. Considering what most of these guys are like level 8 or 9. And there we go. So there's actually constellation over here. Shouldn't be too bad. Nope. Okay, and now raise the Inquisition flag. Alright, this place is now
Inquisitor,
ours, and we can
you're
even
early.
use it as a
We've
fast
barely been
travel
set
as
up a
well.
week. I have a patrol out at the moment. Some of the men sighted darkspawn in the area. The Venatori have retreated, but scouts haven't pinpointed where they've gone yet. We're reasonably well entrenched here, but the keep's water supply has been problematic. It's causing delays. I'll prepare the troops for inspection at once.
What's wrong with the water supply?
The fort's well is full of garbage. Blasted Venatori threw corpses in there. There's an oasis nearby, but a Vargast claimed it. Doing a decent job of keeping us away, too. 4 soldiers have already fallen to venom and claws. We'll need reinforcements to drive the monster out.
What can you tell me about the darkspawn in the area?
The Darkspawn seem to have emerged since we took the keep. I've warned the troops not to engage unless absolutely necessary. We don't need a blight in the ranks. We have to find whatever hole the monsters came from and seal it.
Report, Captain. What's the situation in the western approach?
I've had scouts investigate that red lyrium operation you smashed. I don't think anyone's getting into that cave anytime soon.
Carry on, Captain.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Okay, let's check over here. Another
Can't fight air.
operation
I'm not going.
for Darkspawn.
got...
So I just have to come across this guy here. Yeah, this is a really bad weapon, in particular for him. There we are. Another quick mission done. Good. And let's talk with him.
Oh, my fellow researcher, what can I do for you?
1 tail feather and 1 batch of intestines, as requested.
My friend, you are invaluable. I will certainly note your assistance in my monograph on the High Dragon. I will attempt to lure her out as soon as my background research is complete. Mistakes could be deadly. The ancient Tevinters wrote volumes on the study of dragons. I believe they had a laboratory in this desert. If only their work had not been lost. Truly, the Blights set the field of draconology back centuries. Deplorable.
I've spotted several dragon signs around the approach.
Most excellent, my friend. I don't suppose you noted the wound pattern? No matter, I'll look into that later. Andrastis mercy. From what I can tell, the dragon has been moving east and will be scouring the wastes next. Naturally, the dragon's hunting ground is full of miscreants, White Claw raiders. They've covered the area in traps for Maker only knows reasons. Quite a mess.
We'll have to...
Let's activate the next main mission. Actually, let's check on Josephine.
Inquisitor, I must speak with you.
What is it?
I must explain something first about the Montillier's fortunes. My family made their fortune as traders in Antiva until a scandal exiled us from Orlais some ages ago. It's devastated our finances. The Montillier's have, in fact, been in debt for over 100 years.
I had no idea your family's situation was so precarious.
Hardly anyone outside the family does. For generations, we've done everything to keep creditors at bay. Sold our lands to stave off interest. It is infuriating to see my family still reduced to this. I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
Is there anything I can do?
I'd almost solved our problems. For a while. I negotiated a chance to reinstate the Montiliers as landed traders in Orlais. We could rebuild with that. But when I dispatched paperwork to Val Royeaux, I've just learned my carriers were murdered. And the documents restoring my family's trading status destroyed.
Who hates the Montiliers enough to do that?
Leliana made inquiries that bore success. Comte Boisvert, a nobleman in Val Royeaux, claims to know who killed my messengers. He has a request that you come when I meet him, so he's seen publicly conferring with you.
If that's what it takes to get to the bottom of this, I'll meet this Comte with you.
Thank you, Inquisitor. It means you are too kind. I must know who killed my couriers just to harm my family.
All right, we'll check in with that for Josephine at a later date. But let's activate the war table and see what we have here. All right, let's actually head over and start up this mission. So we'll enter a new area and actually get some main progress done.
Good to see you safe, Inquisitor. We've got trouble ahead.
I'm sure it's nothing the Inquisition can't handle.
Careful, Your Worship. That optimism might be catching.
Are things that bad?
Crestwood was the site of a flood 10 years ago during the Blight. It's not the only rift in the area, but after it appeared, corpses started walking out of the lake. You'll have to fight through them to get to the cave where Sir Hawke's Grey Warden friend is hiding.
I wish we could get better acquainted, Harding, when the dead aren't rising around us, perhaps.
The world would crumble to dust before you ran out of ills to fight. Maybe someone in Crestwood can tell you how to get to the rift in the lake. Maker knows they'll want help. Good luck, and please be safe.
Alright, so we are in the area of Crestwood.
What is it? This may be...
Okay, not too much there. So this is where we are supposed to meet up with Hawke. So we can actually begin this main mission and
Does that rift mean water is pouring into the Fade right
get
now?
to kind of a part that is not like is kind of interesting. From what I remember, I don't necessarily know. It's not well. It's for a later part, but it's a part that I like the idea of, but I'm sure hopefully I'll bring up some stuff when we actually get there. And I think that there's going to be a huge chunk of it that's going to be a lot of cutting towards stuff.
I don't think they're part of
So we got some more quick dialogue here.
They're amazing. I'm going to see if they're looking for recruits.
You want to join the Grey Wardens now?
Oh, Baker. You're the Inquisitor. But yes, the Wardens are heroes. They saved me from those demons, Your Worship. With all that's happening, I'd like to help people the same way.
You actually want that? I mean, they're heroes, but fighting that stuff all the time.
Grey Warden or no, the world needs more people with your courage.
Farewell.
You honor us, Inquisitor. I am Sister Vaughn. Does the mayor finally plan to drain the lake? I must find someone to retrieve the remains of those lost there.
Until later.
Andraste guide you.
Okay. Checking here with the mayor. Hello?
Inquisitor. Oh, Mayor Dedrick of Crestwood Village. At your service, despite everything. Are you here to stop the undead?
We are, right? We're not just going to leave them. The undead are appearing because of a rift in the Fade. How can I get to it?
The light in the lake? It's coming from the caves below Old Crestwood. Darkspawn flooded it 10 years ago during the Blight. Wiped out the village, killing the refugees we took in.
I saw a dam. If we use it to drain the lake, I can get to that Fade rift.
Drain it? There must be some other way.
We are trying to help. The Inquisitor is the only one who can close the rifts.
You'd have to evict the bandits in the old fort to use the dam. I can't ask you to risk your life.
Crestwood can't last much longer. I don't want to leave without doing what I can.
I suppose it must come to this. This key unlocks the gate to the dam controls past the fort. The rift must be in the caves under Old Crestwood. But, Inquisitor, I would not linger there.
Until later.
Why doesn't Judith live in the village while this is going on? Make her, if something happens.
Are you looking for someone named Judith?
Oh, was I speaking out loud? Judith lives outside the village. I asked her to hide here when the undead came, but she wouldn't hear it.
Why wouldn't she hide where it's safer?
Likes her space, she says. I told Judith my house was big enough. Me and the boy could sleep in the barn if she wanted room. She turned me down.
Good day to you.
And to you.
Okay. Another rift here. Just before we actually head to the next portion. I really wish that Sarah would actually use that move there at a much better time, mostly when she's actually near enemies. That's the best time to use it. And it does ridiculous amounts of damage. Each of those arrows that spread off hits, it does crazy damage. Which is usually why I like to play as Rogue. Alright, so we're here, and let's talk with Hawke.
Glad you made it. I just got here myself. My contact with the Wardens should be at the back of the cave.
A group of Wardens were protecting a villager from corpses out near Crestwood.
They were likely hunting my friend. I'm glad they didn't come looking for people to help in here. They might well be good men, but they've been given bad orders.
Okay, let's continue. And get to where we are meant to go.
It's just us. I brought the Inquisitor.
My name is Todd, and I'm at your service, Inquisitor.
I'll take all the help I can get. I know the Wardens have troubles of their own. I wonder, though, might those troubles have anything to do with Corypheus?
I fear it is so. When my friend Hawke slew Corypheus, Weishaupt was happy to put the matter to rest. But an archdemon can survive wounds that seem fatal, and I feared Corypheus might possess the same power. My investigation uncovered clues, but no proof. Then, not long after, every warden in Orlais began to hear the calling.
Maker, why didn't you tell me?
It was a Grey Warden matter. I was bound by an oath of secrecy.
You think Corypheus is using this calling to control the Grey Wardens?
Not precisely, your worship. The calling warns a Grey Warden that his time in this world grows short.
And every Grey Warden in Orlais is hearing that right now. They think they're dying.
Yes. Likely because of Corypheus. If the Wardens fall, who will stand against the next Blight? It is our greatest fear.
So Corypheus isn't controlling them. He's bluffing them with this calling. And they're falling for it.
So the Wardens are making some last, desperate attack on the Darkspawn.
We are the only ones who can slay archdemons. Without us, the next Blight will consume the world. Warden Commander Clarel spoke of a blood magic ritual to prevent future blights before we all perished. When I protested the plan as madness, my own comrades turned on me. Grey Wardens are gathering here, in the western approach. It is an ancient Tevinter ritual tower. Meet me there, and we will find answers.
Let's go.
Alright, so we have to head to the western approach. And the closest fast travel is here. Oh. Getting a couple glitches here and there.
I'm glad you made it, Inquisitor. I fear they've already started the ritual.
It has to be blood magic. I hope we can stop them before more people get hurt. You take point. I'll guard your backs.
Wait! No. Warden Commander Clarel's orders were clear.
This is wrong!
Remember your oath. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death...
I'm sorry.
sacrifice. Good. Now bind it just as I showed you. Inquisitor, what an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Eramond of Virantium, at your service.
You are no warden.
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me. Shall we see how that goes?
It looks like you've already done some of my work for me.
What, him? We simply needed his blood. Oh, were you hoping to garner sympathy? Maybe make the Wardens feel a bit of remorse? Wardens, hands up! Hands down!
Corypheus has taken their minds.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the Wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
Even to Vinter.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the Venatori were prepared. I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we came up with a plan. Raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
Corypheus marching across Orlais with an army of demons. That was in the future I saw at Redcliffe.
And now you know how it begins. Sadly for the Wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. They are now my master's slaves. This was a test. Once the rest of the Wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
Release the Wardens from the binding and surrender. I won't ask twice.
No, you won't. The Elder One showed me how to deal with you in the event you're foolish enough to interfere again. That mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to access the Fade. When I bring him your head, his gratitude will be... Ah! Kill them!
Alright. Take these guys down. I actually forget whether or not if I have an ice staff. I usually end up like to have each main element with me. All right.
They refuse to listen to reason.
You were correct. Through their ritual, the mages are slaves to Corypheus.
And the Warden warriors? Of course. Sacrificed in the ritual. What a waste.
Eramond lied to the Wardens. They were trying to prevent future blights.
With blood magic and human sacrifice.
The Wardens were wrong, Hawke. but they had their reasons.
All blood mages do. Everyone has a story they tell themselves to justify bad decisions. And it never matters. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
I believe I know where the Wardens are, your worship. Erimond fled in that direction. There's an abandoned Warden fortress that way. Adamant.
Good thinking.
The Warden and I will scout out Adamant and confirm that the other Wardens are there. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
So I think before we head anywhere else, let's check out these ruins and see what's inside. I know we had this area available to us much earlier. I just at the moment didn't decide to do it.
One less to worry about.
Everything's frozen. I don't think
Alright,
this was the
dispel
Venatori.
the time
It
magic.
may be what drew them here.
No problem.
The texts describe a chamber. This must be it.
So we have to find a couple different tablets. What do they call them here? Yeah, keystones. You have to find a couple of those, bring them to the main door, and find the object that is holding all the demons here in time. And nothing there. That guy's got a stone.
Keep searching. There may be more.
Maybe? Huh, that's still... Oh, okay, that's for something else. I thought that was for getting the stone. That was actually for the original mission that leads here. There we are. So that's now 3. Fourth one is just behind me. Not too much there. There's number 4. There's that. There's the 5th. Okay. I was originally going this direction, but I got distracted by a different keystone. Okay, so once we have all 5, head to this door and open it up. Everyone's topped off.
A staff. Is this what they were after?
Don't go poking.
Grab whatever stuff is
Place
here.
feels wrong.
Not a whole lot. Basic gear. But I will take that Tempest Staff.
Careful. I think time's flowing again.
Okay.
Go poking.
So now that we've really stopped the time magic, all the demons are back up and awake. Now we just have to close down the original rift that brought them in here. Okay. Good, good. What do we got? Helmets that I cannot use for anyone in my party.
Hurry, before this gets worse.
It's already worse. Just kill them.
Oh, that's not quite what I meant to happen. Alright, my first target should be the Despair Demon here. I originally called this guy a Wraith, but I misspoke. The Despair Demons are probably my most hated enemy. Probably. Because like the Rage Demons are not too difficult. The long, lanky, screaming ones, they'd be a bit annoying. Just so long as they don't gang up and just constantly scream to stun lock you. But man, the Despair Demons, they freeze you, they slow you down. If you're not prepared, they can do a ton of damage, and you could die before you even get a chance to heal. It's not too much fun. But we got that done with. Closed up. Almost level 12, which is nice. Alright, talk back with you.
It seems very unlikely that she could be nesting at this time of year. Ah, fellow researcher, how can I help you?
I found this manuscript on dragons in an ancient Tevinter laboratory. Will it help you?
What remarkable diagrams. Are these chambers of the draconic heart? Oh, if only I could read the script. Do you perhaps know a linguist? Or a Tevinter historian?
I don't, but the Inquisition might. I'll speak to our specialists. We'll have...
Cassandra, what are you up to?
I can keep staring at this, but I won't get any closer.
Something I can help you with?
Yes, possibly. We saw so many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order. What we didn't see was Lord Seeker Lucius. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I left the Order, but I can never abandon them. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
Okay. How about now? Round 2. Oh, it's one of my favorite cutscenes.
What have you done now?
I get it, Seeker. You're still sore after our spat.
I'm not a child, Varric. Do not suggest I'm without reason.
A peace offering. The next chapter of Swords and Shields. I hear you're a fan.
This is your doing.
I was hoping you'd be happy about it.
Well, if you're not interested, you're not interested. Still needs editing anyhow.
Wait!
You're probably wondering what happens to the Knight Captain after the last chapter.
Nothing should happen to her. She was falsely accused.
Well, it turns out the guardsman...
Don't tell me!
This is the part where you thank the Inquisitor. I don't normally give sneak peeks, after all.
Thank you.
This was everything I'd hoped.
I know how you feel.
I wonder if I have time to read the first part.
Don't forget to tell all your friends, if you have any. Completely worth it.
And how about round 3?
Planning troop movements now.
I'm trying to imagine what it will look like when we're done. All of this once belonged to the Tevinter Imperium. Andraste changed that, as did the Blights. As for what will come next, I cannot guess the Maker's plan.
We make the world a better place.
Because everyone agrees on what better means. I know I want a world where people trust the Chantry and that trust is respected. I want to respect tradition, but not fear change. I want to right past wrongs, but not avenge them. And I have no idea if my wanting these things makes any of them right.
Even if they're not right, they're certainly admirable.
Some would disagree. They would call it heresy.
That didn't sound like the ravings of a heretic, Cassandra.
Perhaps not. But it takes precious little effort to paint even an act of compassion as damaging. Tell me, what guides you? You make decisions that shake the world, yet always seem so assured. I wish I had your confidence.
You almost sound like you admire me.
I absolutely do. I may not always agree with your decisions, but how many could do what you have done? You were a prisoner, accused and reviled, yet you've emerged from every trial victorious. The Maker's grace does not make you immortal. You live or die by your own hand. That is worthy of admiration.
I do what must be done. What other choice is there?
The demands of the moment.
Exactly.
Think of it. Like Andraste long ago, once again the fate of Thedas will be determined by a woman. It makes me proud to know you.
I appreciate that.
We still have a long road to travel, Inquisitor. Wherever it takes us, I'm glad you're here.
Alright, so there was a lot of stuff that we did here. Hopefully it's edited up properly. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.